being like 14, 15 years old, making just crazy amounts of money is just such a bad situation to be in. Such a crazy time. Like, all of the teen moms, we would all just be making like way too much money for a teenager.
How's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm just waiting for my little mini tree, and then we'll have some sort of Christmas decor going on over here, like gingerbread thingy. I found it for like literally like I think it was like £8. I thought it was a bargain. This really cozy, you know, garden center, you know how it goes at Christmas. Picked it up, like everything else was just so much money, you know, like 200 quid for like a wreath. And I was like, what? Why am I even in here? I was getting some presents for a kid's birthday party, and I came across this, and I think it's ultra cute. It's just like one of those little like gingerbread bakery things, pretty like cliche, but I thought it was quite cute for a little background. I'm waiting for a little tree. The reasoning why we're here today is because of a video that Maddie Lambert did. I think it was like a week ago now. So yeah, we're here to talk about it, where she basically came on and she was saying that, you know, she regrets not being more savvy with her money. She hasn't really got any money now. She used to have so much money. And then she also regrets exploiting her child in the way that she did.
I agree that I was exploitative with some of my old videos. I should never, ever have taken my child to the hospital and used it as clickbait.
So Maddie was a teen mum, so it literally says in her bio like 13 and pregnant, or pregnant at 13, or whatever was going on. And she was among one of many of the teen mums that went on YouTube and yeah, basically exploited their children and shared the fact that they were teen mums. This isn't the very first time now that we've heard about one of the teen mums coming out and saying that they're broke, they haven't got any money.
A lot of people just assume I have a lot of money because I'm a YouTuber. And that was true at one point, but it's just simply not anymore.
So Maddie is good friends with Cameron. I'm pretty sure Cameron actually went to her wedding. Like, here's a little picture. Cameron came out from Cam&Fam. She came out, I don't know when it was, like a week or 2 weeks ago now, basically detailing the fact that she didn't have any health insurance for her kids. And she came online asking if people could like donate money so that she could go like pay hospital fees and all of this. And now she's on Medicaid. So the reason why I bring this up is because I do find it slightly sneaky suspicious how they're both fairly close. Well, they must be to like go to their wedding. Both fairly close, and they've both come out with videos more or less talking about the same kind of topics all in one. Cameron did get in there first, and to be fair, she was actually disputing what people were talking about with the fact that, you know, she can't afford insurance for her own child. Like, she really doesn't have any money and she wants to focus on photography and all of this and that. I think in a way, and I will be a bit harsh here, I think Maddie must have seen that and seen that it had gotten a fair bit of engagement, like commentary channels were talking about it. So Maddie then kind of was like, right, I'm going to make a video a bit like this. I'm just going to talk about the details of what she said and how, I don't know. I think that young people need to be coached when they come into a lot of money online. Like, there needs to be, YouTube needs to like pull their fingers out their asses and create some sort of a program for young people or any people who come into a lot of money very quickly. Because both those ladies, they're both struggling now.
I also did not have any like financial smarts.
First and foremost, she goes into detail about the fact that she literally used to blitz through money. I mean, you have a little look through her past videos and she's literally got like buying my dream car at 15 and all of this. You know, she used to go out and the limit was $2,000 and she used to go and get like $2,000 out in cash, not think anything of it because she was young and she thought it would like last forever, which is eerily quite similar to what Cameron had said, which, like I just said, they need like financial guidance. But what I will say to that as well is that she says that she regrets, you know, not saving because she didn't think she had to like save for taxes, for instance. So then when she then used to get like stung on the taxes, she just wasn't aware of like how taxes work. And in the same token, she says, yeah, I'm not like, if I even get money nowadays, I like saving, I like spending it, I like shopping. So it's like, did you really learn anything? Like, did you really learn anything?
I was too little, so I would take out $2,000 cash on top of it. I was just out of control. people say like, oh, you spend too much money, but I really do try to be careful with my money, and whenever I do have the extra money, I will go spend it. I like shopping. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So many people seem to have the same issue of getting extremely big, earning loads of money, and then not saving it, and it comes crashing down on them. And I think that's incredibly sad, given the fact that they earn a lot of money off of the backs of their children. Now, she does say that she has been putting money into an account, which is what I love to see. So at least, you know, I mean, this is what she's saying. She could be lying, she could be not, but I feel like, why would you lie about that? So she is saying that, so at least that is something, because we do know, like, Love Meg, for instance, was like, I'm never going to save, I'm never going to put money into a savings account for any of my children, because I need them to know, like, how to hustle or whatever it was. And I was like, you're literally exploiting them on camera, and you're not saving any money for them. And a few other vloggers are also like that. So I do like to see it when you do have some families or some mums or dads who are taking the step to actually ensure that they are at least being rewarded financially for having their, you know, childhood stripped from them.
And she already has like a Coogan trust fund account with money from my channel. So I think it would be so awesome for her to start her own channel and be able to save the money from that and have it go into her Coogan account.
She goes on about how she regrets these videos. She regrets the one with her child in court. There's literally, I'll show it up right here, but scribble out kid's face of her. She's saying that she regrets that one, and the fact that she has loads of things like that, you know, taking my child to court and child meeting dad and all of this. And she also regrets the ER, like taking her child to the ER. Once again, I'll scribble it out, but I'll leave it up here. So examples of her saying this. And before I actually went and looked on her channel, I thought, well, she was making such a big song and dance about the fact that these videos, you know, she looks back on it and thinks, oh, I would never do that, I feel so bad, all this kind of stuff. But those videos are still there, and they're quite highly ranked.
I should never, ever have taken my child to the hospital and used it as clickbait. Never. I shouldn't have vlogged at a hospital and taken pictures in a hospital just so it could get views. I didn't know. I didn't know how horrible that was, because that's what everybody else was doing.
But they're still there. Let that one sink in. And there's loads and loads of examples of that. And I feel like if you were truly feeling bad, bear this in mind. I know that she was extremely young, and young people make mistakes, and you know, I do get that. But she's now older, and she's already coming to the conclusion that that level of exploitation wasn't great. Yet she's not taking the videos down, because in the back of her head, she might be financially struggling, and those videos might still be keeping her afloat.
Honestly, the entire time I've done my YouTube career, I've just kind of followed what other trends are. I've never like made the trends or anything.
The bit that did really confuse me was that after she said all of this about how she felt bad and how she wouldn't choose to do that, and she kind of felt pressured because of the other mums that were showing their kids in the hospital, so she just sort of went with it. She says that she never used to start trends, but she just used to go along with them. If you can call taking your child and filming their hospital visits a trend, then yay. But she says after all of this, and bearing in mind, I'm pretty sure that the child she is referring to is about 6, quite a young child. She says all of this, and then she then goes on to say, yeah, but I'm gonna let my child film, do some YouTube. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let my child do some YouTube when she's a little bit older and she can do it herself. I'm gonna let her do it. And I'm just like, did we just listen to like this whole long drawn out thing about not wanting to exploit your child for views, to then saying, well, when my child's a little bit older, I'm gonna let her follow in my footsteps. I'm gonna get her to make her own YouTube channel. I'm not saying that she would, you know, have a teen pregnancy and have a child and all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it felt so contradictory.
She is very enthusiastic about the whole YouTube thing. She loves it. We've talked about it. She actually gets upset sometimes when she's not in videos. She loves being in videos. She loves being the center of attention. She wants to do her own channel, actually. She's begged to do her own channel, and she'll like do it on her iPad and like film videos. I might let her like eventually set up a little vlog channel, because I think it would be fun for her, because she's such like a creative kid. I would see it as like more of a creativity outlet. And I know people have like different opinions about putting their children online. That's not something I'm going to get into, honestly. I think there's bad ways to do it, and I think there's fine ways to do it. And if people don't want to show their kids on the internet, I think that's completely fine too. I'm honestly thinking about letting her start one eventually, once she can learn to do it herself.
Why are you saying all of this if the end result is those videos still being present on your platform? Then saying that you would then allow your child to then make YouTube content? I don't know. And once again, she's saying that whatever money they made, it can go towards her, and so that when that child's older, they'll have a running start and all of this. You can call me a Karen or a bore or whatever you want to do, but I just don't feel like encouraging small children to aspire to be vloggers or a TikToker or a social media starlet, if you will. I don't feel like it is a good thing, above and beyond the fact that you're putting yourself out there as a child to millions of people. Some people may not have good intentions. Beyond that, it's not good for your mental health, and a lot of people don't really talk about this. Aside from the exploitation factor, you're also risking really doing serious damage to your own mental health, because even if you have all of the parental locks on, you're still being met with grow up being a more perfectly groomed version of yourself and putting on a bit of a face, and then you start worrying about what other people think of you, and you can't help but do it. Only imagine how that must then feel if you are a small child and your parents are like trying to persuade you to like start a TikTok or start a YouTube channel, because I'm telling you, like, it's just not, it doesn't do the wonders for your mental health, and I can't imagine growing up in that environment. Anyway, so I always side-eye parents who allow their kids just to like it's one thing to mess around on your parents' TikTok and, you know, play around with the settings and then it doesn't get uploaded. It's one thing to do that. It's one thing to make funny little videos with your friends. One is that. It's another thing to be totally in charge of a channel or a page or whatever, and uploading consistently and dealing with feedback and dealing with what people say. And it's that worry, and I just don't feel like, I think it gets really overlooked, aside from the exploitation factor, because well and truly you can never really trust where the money is going to go to. Like, is it going to go to the parents? Is it going to actually go to the child? You just never know.
So I think it would be so awesome for her to start her own channel and be able to save the money from that and have it go into her Coogan account.
Just to summarize, I feel really bad for Maddie in the sense that I feel like she was very misguided with the money and, you know, her not being able to, you know, support her children the way that she wanted to when she was younger. So she then did social media, and I can understand it looks very appealing, but what has now happened is that she's now, like Cameron, left with not a lot of money, not a lot to really show for it, and is kind of a little bit stuck. Can't get behind this notion of wanting the same thing for your child in the sense of having a social media following. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.